I have to go with Oak Ridge as well. We appreciate everyone calling in, and join us next week on the Locker Room Chat.
Let's go fishing. You know it's really great. Let's go fishing. In the rivers and on the lakes. Let's go fishing. It's easy when you try. Floating on the water with good old Steve in mind. Floating on the water with good old Steve in mind.
Hey, good evening, folks, and welcome to the Let's Go Fishing Show. And I've got my special guest here with me tonight. Old Mike's here with me, and Wesley didn't make the trip, and Brother Bill's watching from TV, so we're glad everybody's tuned in.
That's right. So
all right.
Special hello to Dad.
Yeah, hello to Dad and Bill and Mike Pennington and Mac Crumley up Campbell County there. Hello, Mac. I hope you're watching. All righty. We got some fishing film, Mike.
A little bit.
Got a little bit. That's about the facts of it. I'll tell you what, Mike and I were up there on Friday night. Wind was pretty bad.
Yeah, you thought you had them figured out, too.
Yeah, I thought I had them figured out, and that didn't work, but we finally got on a few fish. Like I said, the wind was pretty rough there on Friday night. Kind of had to pick our places to fish and duck in behind here, this ridge and that ridge, and because it was rolling.
It was rolling, too.
It was rolling. Then went back for a little while on Saturday night, and I don't know if we done as good Saturday night as we did Friday night.
I don't think so.
I don't think we did either.
Just hit that one spot that had a few on it, but
yeah.
Other than that, it was just terrible. Throwing wine, change baits, throwing wine.
Yeah.
Just couldn't seem to find them no matter where we went.
That's a fact. It was, yeah, I mean, that one spot there had some fish on it, and we called a few other places, a couple, but not many.
Yeah, the weather was just perfect Saturday night.
So it was.
It had that little pullover jacket and stuff, long sleeve there, you know. It just not real nice out there.
Yep. But I don't know. We just never did get on the right spot. I don't know if it was the bait or what, but we just didn't get on the right stuff.
Well, we got there and looked up, and there was that little bit of crescent moon there, and we thought, man, let's get after them. And they just no bites at all.
No bites at all.
Finally caught that one little one out there, and I thought, well, maybe we figured out something, and then the moon went down, and we still wasn't getting no bites.
Oh, that's a fact. I don't know. You know, here it is. The moon's probably almost coming up on half full.
Yeah.
In that neighborhood, and this, you know, we might get a little trip there a little while Saturday night. I don't know if this rain's supposed to move out. And we'll see what transpires. We're not going to get to go tomorrow night for sure. Got something Saturday morning, but may make a little trip up there Friday or Saturday night and see what's going on with that. If it's if this rain moves out, and I think it's supposed to.
Yeah.
What about the? I thought I seen where some cooler temperatures, but then warming back up. What's the deal?
I think it was predicting 80s this weekend, and then cooling back off and going back into the 60s and stuff, and then it probably warm back up again for daytime temperatures.
Well, Anyway, I hope we can get a chance to go back up for a little while Saturday night and see what's going on, see if we can get back on some. You know, our numbers have dwindled down, 8, 9 to the trip, and we was in the teens and the 20s.
Yeah, that's sure have. And the temperatures are dropping slowly too.
The water temperature
83, 84 there a couple of weeks ago, and it's down to 79, 80 now. It just keeps dropping a little bit. Days getting shorter and not as hot and everything. So they ought to start moving back up a little bit.
Yep. Well, we've got the local 917's annual fellowship tournament coming up here on October the 3rd, Mike, at Watts Bar Dam Launch Ramp, and safe flight to 2 p.m. Entry fees $50 per boat, includes lunker, cash only, payback 100%. Restoration begins at 5 a.m. day of the event. 5 fish limit per boat, and largemouth 15 inches, smallmouth 18 inches, and no dead fish. So blast off number will be your sign up number. And so, Mike, if you sign up boat number 100, you're 100 blast off.
That's all right.
Is that all right?
Them fish ain't going nowhere.
Oh, yeah, okay. And going to have hot dogs and hamburgers after the tournament.
Yeah.
So we'll hopefully get to participate in that, and we'll bring it up again next week. So get to go on with that deal.
I was always told them fish can't jump across that dam, so they ain't going nowhere. Just
Oh, yeah.
matter whether you can catch them or not.
Well, I don't know, Mike. I've watched, heck, we hadn't been to Watts Bar since May, or I haven't been on Watts Bar since May, 1st of May.
I made one trip down there and caught some crappies, though.
Yeah, so I don't know. I couldn't tell you what's going on down there. Wouldn't have a clue. It's, just have to find out. I'm going in the blind. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm going to
that's
take
right.
Wesley,
That's
and
right.
I know you're going to take somebody, so we're going to go down there and fish in the blind, I guess. Here we are. We're going to go to Norris, wanting to go back to Norris Saturday night, and then turn right around down there the following Saturday during the day on Watts Bar, and don't, like I said, I hadn't been down there since May.
Yeah, yes, sir. That's right.
Everybody said, what? And I said, yeah. I said, heck, I hadn't been on that lake since May. Well, what's the matter? I said, well, got too hot and too many boats. And I said, heck, I can go up there and fish of a night and be comfortable.
That's right.
And
That's right.
by 11 o'clock, you got the lake to yourself.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess that's all right. I said, yeah, I know it is. And I said, shucks, I ain't standing out there in that 98-degree weather fishing in the daytime down there when I can fish of a night up there. And back then, we was catching a lot of fish.
That's right. It sure was.
So anyway, that's the deal. We'll just go down there and rely on what we've done in the past, and hopefully we'll catch one.
There you go.
It's the best we can do, Mike. Okay, Dylan, take us to a little break, will you? All right. Hey, folks, here at Tim's Tires, there's the times that they're open. The day, that's 5 days a week. They're open from 8 to 12:30 on Saturdays. All right, folks, we're inside here in the warehouse. Just wanted to give you a quick look at all the tires and stuff they got. And here we are. There's some four-wheeler tires, lawnmower tires, just a mixture of about any kind of tire you want. So keep that in mind. Then here we get into the light truck, automobiles, that kind of thing. So just walk through here and give you a quick look at what they've got in stock here. I mean, it's it's just, I don't know, man. They must be a couple of thousand tires in here right now, if not more. Sizes, shapes, You truckers, you know the word. This is a place to get your tires for your trucks. And these over here, getting a little bigger sizes, light trucks, heavier automobiles, this kind of thing. And as you can just see back through there, it's just, heck, I don't know, this building's probably about 300 feet, one end to the other, and they're wall to wall. Remember Tim's Tires, folks. That's down here on Highway 27 on your way into Harriman, and get the best deals they're going. So give them a call, price check, whatever you want to, and if you want a special tire that they might not have, you could, they'll definitely get it for you. Tim's Tires. All right, good deal. Dylan, before we go to the film on Norris there, how about showing us that crappie film, or crappie picture that Tony Gallagher sent? There you go, Mike. That's what they look like.
That's what they look like.
Yeah.
That's for sure. You got a couple of nice ones there in the middle.
Yeah, he got some nice ones there in the middle. Ain't no doubt about that. Boy, if you had about 15 of them right there, man, you'd be cooking with gas. Golly, bum. Matter of fact, you could throw that down on one of them gas burners there, and a little bit of oil.
Yeah.
Kind of deep fry them, you know.
That's right.
Shucks, boy. Yeah, it looks good. I'm hoping Tony's getting to see that. He was after me at work today about what to do to get it on his computer, so I'm hoping he's there. And Tony, if you are getting to watch it, I think you ought to call in over here and let us know you're getting to see that picture. Anyway, some nice crappie. Give us some idea on them. I thought he said he caught them in about 28 feet of water.
Sounds right.
And so he's getting on the right track, Mike.
Yes, sir. Sure.
And Mike's got one of these new trolling motors. Got it on his boat. He hadn't had it in the water to try it out, but it works good in the garage.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you know, it works real good in the garage. I just don't know about it, you know, what it's going to do in the water, and it looks pretty good. It's got all kinds of functions on it, self-deploy and come back to the boat ramp and all that kind of stuff, you know. So we hadn't got to try it out.
That's right. We hope to.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow night, don't know.
Yeah, you're going to have to get that thing in the water and give it a try. But it's got that anchor mode on it.
Yeah, spot lock.
Spot lock, yeah. Anchor mode.
Anchor button, yeah. So, I mean, you know, these trolling motors, folks, these are just like the electronics. They just, I mean, you know, it's out of the world. What's going on with them? You can launch your boat and call it back to the boat ramp and pick you up, and then with the trolling motor, and then go out there and go fishing and hit a button and it'll hold you there in one spot and all that kind of stuff. And I'm kind of like Wesley. That's really would help us a whole lot too, and it will Mike for sure when he's crappie fishing. Yeah, when you get one in, try to film him, and then when you get him in the box and turn around, you're a half mile up the lake from him because it's pretty windy out there.
Yeah, that's a fact. All righty, Dylan, take us to some film, will you? Okay. She had a hold of there. Big old catfish, Mike.
Yeah, big flathead.
Big flathead catfish. Boy, he's a pretty son, man. I don't you look at him. Dad, come it, man. All right, get him back in the water. Yeah, well, he's gone. All right, there Mike is with our smallmouth in the boat. And we've had 4 or 5 more fish on, and that one got the first one in. He caught the big catfish, and then I had a little red eye caught.
Yeah.
And yeah, Mike, good picture of him right there now.
Yeah, good. Okay.
My light glows on him there. That's a good fish. Good fish. All right, let's get back at it. All right, folks, there we are with our second fish in the boat. Mike, I tell you what, you just can't hold on to him. That's a good fish right there.
Yeah, I had to catch him twice, didn't I?
Had to catch him twice, yeah. Once on the jig and then after he come off on the dip net.
Yeah.
All right, dadgummit. Folks, the wind's been a little rough over on the other side of the lake. We kind of moved over here and a little calmer. We're gonna get this fish back in the water. That is a nice fish. I'm telling you, ain't nothing wrong with that. Back in. There he goes. All right.
The camera turned sideways there.
Huh?
You had the camera turned sideways the whole time you was filming.
I know. Well, I wanted to get the length of the fish in the.
Well,
Yeah, since you was holding him crooked in the dip there. Mike.
yeah, we're recording.
Yeah. So got another in there. Got enough light?
Seem to be, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back in the water.
All right.
Well, I think we might have found something, Mike.
Think so?
Yeah, I believe we did. Missed one, caught one, missed one, and on the next cast, and then caught that in there on the third cast.
There you
All right, back in the water. Oh, just a minute. There we go, Mike. Mike's got a good fish right there now, folks. Not too much glare on it. Don't back up from me. Yeah. Right there. Perfect light right there.
Okay.
Good fish. Good fish. All right.
All right, Steve found him another. Now that other one just got off on him and throwed back and caught that one.
Yeah, Mike.
Yes, sir. All
I
right.
don't know how many that makes. We ought to be getting close to 10.
Yeah, every bit of it.
We ain't got more than that.
All right, get back after him.
All right, folks. Mike and I are back up here on Norse, and we didn't get to do much commentating last night because of the wind was blowing us everywhere, but we just got the boat in. Fixing to put the trolling motor in. Mike, he likes to catch these off the launch ramp. I don't know why, but it's hard to get him away from it. So we're gonna get the trolling motor in the water, and got just a little crescent moon up there. See if I can get him on the camera here. Shucks, I don't know. There's the campground here at point 19. I don't know. Anyway, we'll get back at it. Let some folks remember our sponsors. We hope to get a bunch of fish on the line. Like I said, we had quite a bit of wind on us last night. Gave us a fit, but had to pick our places to fish. I don't know, we maybe got 8 or maybe 10 in the boat last night, but we're back up here, gonna try them a lick, see what happens. Nice and calm, beautiful afternoon. All right, what do you say, Mike?
Go get him.
Go get him. All right, he done got his rods out and fishing. Now he ain't even got my rods out. He can get ahead of you any way he can. All right, but we'll get back with you shortly. Right, hook up now.
All right. So you got our first one there.
Yeah. Got the hook run through his nose and had the dip net. Boy, he got it right in the nose, Mike.
Yeah. He's hungry.
Yeah, he is. There you go. Come on out. There we go. All right. Like Wesley says, he's a small fish, but we got to count him.
That's right.
Number 1.
Go.
Don't lose count tonight now, Mike. All right, folks. Old Mike's got our second fish in the boat here. That's a good one, Mike.
That's a good.
That's a good one.
Let him go.
Let him go. All right. Like Wesley says, he's a small fish, but we got to count him. Number 1.
Go.
Don't lose count tonight now, Mike. All right, folks. Old Mike's got our second fish in the boat here. That's a good one, Mike. That's a good one. Let him go.
You look better.
All right, good job. Good job. Bite's been slow so far. I don't know what we're doing wrong, but we're definitely doing something wrong. They bit a little better last night and all that wind. That's too pretty a night. What you got there, Mike? Oh, heck, or them fish won't hit that. Goodness gracious.
No.
All right.
He's got a little in there.
Yeah, Leslie says we got to count them, Mike.
You got to count them,
All right, back
he
to
may grow up to be a 10-pounder.
He may do it. Come on out. There you go.
He's got him a nice fish, sir.
Yeah. About time, Mike.
About time, too.
About time, yeah.
Good.
All right, back to water.
See, you got him a nice largemouth there.
That hook's got caught in the net. There they go. Got your rod.
Yeah.
Got your rod. Let's see. Can't get the rod, man. Or I can get some slack on it and get it off that bar. Got one on. Damn son, yeah. See it there?
Yeah, I see it.
I can't tell which way it's twisted there, but it. Now we got it. Yeah. Large mouth.
Yeah, well,
Get rid of my chunk.
yeah.
No. All
There you
right.
go. There you go.
That's a good.
Yeah.
Back in the water.
Steve, that's another nice one.
Yeah. You put us on them, Mike.
Yeah.
Got
Okay.
more.
All right.
Back in the water.
Boy, he's going. He'll grow up.
Yeah, you put us on 'em. All right, Mike, there it is. I think about 6 or 7 fish is about all we done.
That's right. That's counting the catfish.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's anyway. We missed that many fish. We missed that many more. I mean, we had the bites, but just didn't hold on to them. I mean, still getting off, but we had that many more bites.
That's for sure.
They just couldn't get them in. I mean, they're still getting off on us, and but it wasn't like we had 16, 15, 16 bites and put 7 or 8 in the boat, but shucks, we was getting 25 bites.
Oh yeah, or more.
Yeah, but I mean, we just for some reason or another, they're just not everywhere that what we found up there. There's just 2 or 3 places we hit about 8 or 9 different places. But I think the fish, as we worked our way towards Lost Creek, the fog kind of got a little more.
Yeah, it did.
A little thicker. And that wind was coming out of the north, and it just coming off out of the back of the hollers back there, the cool air and the warm water just got thicker and thicker.
It did.
We came back towards Pilot Island, towards the boat ramp, and it was a lot clearer.
It was.
And it seemed like the bites was better down in that area than they were up towards Lost Creek and in there towards Hickory Star.
Mm-hmm.
So don't ask me why or how come, but that was this seemed like it worked out that way.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to get back up there and see if we can get on them. I mean, we're expecting looking for the fall feed up there. I think this moon's going to be a good one if we can get the right weather conditions, and because the water's going to be plenty warm enough for them to bite good, and it may cool off a little more, and make them bite a little bit better.
Yeah, we can just get rid of these hurricanes.
Yeah. But, you know, we're fishing in 25 to 30 feet of water, and you can get your bait up out of that 30 foot of water, and it's warm as toast.
Yeah, it sure is.
I mean, I said, that bait's as warm as a piece of toast, Mike.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we know that water's close to 80 degrees at that depth, you know, without a doubt. So we'll see how it goes, and hopefully we can make another trip or so up there before. I mean, I'm looking forward to this full moon coming up, and we'll see. I you know, one year as you and Ronnie Brown with me, me and you and Ronnie Brown went, and it was in late September. The moon was just, I mean, man, it was humongous. And I had a yellow spinnerbait on with a black chunk. And Dad, you know, it didn't, I could have thrown that thing out in the woods and caught one, I believe. It was just everywhere I stopped. And so finally, the last 3 or 4 fish I caught, I said, we got another one, boys, get the net. And they said, get the net yourself.
Yeah, we're busy.
Yeah, they quit netting them for me. And but that was a heck of a trip that we had that night. That was years ago, and like I said, it was real late September, about like now, and the only difference is the water was down quite a bit more back in them days, and but it was everywhere we stopped, man. They just eat that spinnerbait up, you know. And I said, son of a gun. But we had a nice trip that night there, and really good trip. And I'm looking, hopefully we can get a good night in here in the next week. And that moon gets up good, and we can do some damage up there, Mike.
I hear you.
You know.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they got on that spinnerbait that good, where they'd hit it so hard they'd knock the rod out of your hands.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's the thing about, you know, we basically jig fished all so far this year, since we've been fishing up there this year. Pretty much, I've thrown the spinnerbait very little, and used to. That was the mainstay. You pick the jig up secondary.
That's right.
And now it's turned into primary, and I don't know. We're gonna have to get back on that spinnerbait lick some way or another. But we just have to try them and see. But the jig has been the primary bait for the last little bit, and kind of getting more and more away from the spinner from a spinnerbait, and I know they'll bite it. They just always do. The thing about the spinnerbait is, usually 9 out of 10 you'll put them in the boat.
That's right.
It's none of this 4 out of 10 like a jig.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, you get 10 bites, about 9 of them's coming in the boat with a spinnerbait, and so that's just the way it is. I don't know, but they stay on it. When you hook them, they stay on it pretty good. You don't lose very many. So anyway, Dylan, let's talk a little bit about Reynolds Race Marine. How about putting that picture up there for us, will you? Yeah, the boat picture. Yeah. Man, dang it, Wes. I know you couldn't get zoomed in on it, but that's that bullet that Glenn's got down there. It's yellow and white, and there you go. Yeah, that's looking a lot better. Real nice rig, $35,000 for that. It's got a 300 on it, and I thought he told me it just had about 145 hours on the engine, Mike. So,
Good looking trailer with spare tire on it and everything. Good looking rims.
Yep. It's supposed to be a nice rig. So Wesley was down there the other day or by there, and he stopped there and took a picture of it. So there it is. And I think it's got a Minn Kota or a Motor Guide trolling motor on it, and it looks pretty good. I don't know what model bullet that is. Just don't have a clue, but he said it looked really, Wesley was really bragging about it. He said, I never did like a yellow boat, so that narrow looks pretty good.
Yes, sir. It sure does. Looks real good.
Anyway, folks, if you're interested in that or looking at it, go by Reynolds Racing Marine down there and take a peek. Another thing, we mentioned it last week, if you're thinking about, it's just all these boat manufacturers are the same way with this coronavirus, just like everything else. If you're thinking about trading up or whatever, and you want, certain colors and options on your boat, you might want to get your order in early, because it could be a while before you get it, and it's like I said the other week, if you don't, you get what if you get it ordered early, then you can get it like you want it. And if you're not waiting and have to go get what's on the showroom, that's what you get.
Sure. Yeah.
So, but he'd be awful glad Glenn would be to work with you on the color and what different things, changes you'd want to make, or what special options you'd want to have on the boat and this kind of thing. So stop by there and talk to him about that. And then they got, I think he's got 2 of those 18-foot high school specials. Basically, I think they got a 115 motor on them, got the electronics on, the trolling motors on it. It's lake ready. And I think he's got 2 of those down there, yeah. They made it special for these high school kids, give them, it being their first boat possibly, and this, that, and the other. Some pretty nice rigs, and got them priced pretty good. So, and that's another thing too, this high school thing, Bass Pro Shop's got their first tournament on Cherokee the 10th of October.
Yes.
Yeah. Shucks, they'll be, heck, 200. They got the junior league and the high schoolers both up there at the same time. They'll be a gang of people.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and,
yeah.
So I guess that's probably going to be the first high school tournament for Wesley to fish right there. So, his fishing partner is playing football, so he's kind of been out of pocket. And I guess Wesley may have to fish it by himself. Well, I mean, I'll be with him in the boat to drive the boat and everything, but I don't know if but he's working on a boy in the club there that they're waiting to hear back from him whether he's going to fish it or not. So we'll see how that works out, and hopefully they'll get hooked up and everything will be fine. Hadn't been to Cherokee since last year, so but we used to fish it a lot, Mike.
Oh yeah, yes sir, sure did.
We fished it a lot, and we sure did, day and night. So we'll see how that works out. Do remember Gibbons Creations. That girl is working. I've got sent me 10 white ones of this window decal, and let's go fishing. So we're going to have a bunch of those hopefully here before too long. And if you want one, just give me a call. And we'll work out a place to meet up, whatever. I'll try to keep some in the truck and at the boat ramp or wherever you might see me, try to have some in the truck.
Yes, sir.
Different colors. Our primary colors were the white, silver. Let's see, what else was it? Red, chartreuse, and the chartreuse ones I think is going to look good. They've got a bunch of chartreuse vinyl ordered, and we can go from our yellow. Yeah, that was the primary colors: yellow and red, white, silver, and the chartreuse. That was the 4 or 5 major colors that we concentrated on, and then we hopefully can get some pink, and for you ladies to put it in the back window of your vehicle or truck or whatever you're driving, you know. And so hopefully we'll have some of that for too long. And Givens Creations, there you got the phone number. You can call Rain, and Rain Givens has got runs the little. She does her business, and we're hopefully can get things rolling here. So do remember that. Mike, what else is going on?
Well, I've been so busy I hadn't heard nothing other than fellas talking about the boat traffic on Watch Bar. That they went down and tried to fish and said it was just plumb terrible. That there was so many boats out there running during the day and stuff. Said they finally just give up on fishing. Said getting washed away down there. I said, yeah, you better find you a place to run and hide.
Yeah.
Stuff, but you know, that'll slow down some when the water cools on off and the people quit skiing so much and wakeboarding and all that. Of course, we have seen them down there. That's what the chiller killer's on. Yeah. So you know, out there trying it anyway, but
yeah,
they get the cabin fever, I guess, in the springtime. Just have to get out there and try it out.
Yeah, we've seen them do it. That's a fact. In colder water than I wanted to be taking a chance and falling in, I'll tell you that. Shucks. Yeah, water getting to 50, 55 degrees, man, shoot. It's, and you know, in the wintertime it's even colder than that, but in the spring it warms up a little bit and they get started with that. But yeah, it's cool water, but they do have those suits on, so I guess it doesn't bother them much. Anyway, I haven't heard of any big tournaments going on. I do think Tony's got a pretty good mess of crappie. I think the crappie's going to get, you know how they are, Mike. You usually start getting on them here in November.
They get gathered back up.
Yeah, and so Tony seems like he's got something going.
Yeah, he sure does.
Yeah. So,
got something to eat anyway.
Yeah, that's a fact. No doubt about that for sure. We got Dylan, take us to another break and we'll come right back. Let people know what we represent.
That's what we're all about. We do try to do an honest day's work for the people, and we've got operators from all over the DOE sites, TVA sites, the outside contractors. We're just about everywhere you see a heavy piece of equipment, good chance that you'll see an operating engineer on it, rather it be Barnhard. I'd like to mention them, All Crane, and all of them that's signatory to us. We have over 100 contractors that's signatory to us, so I definitely appreciate those guys all the way in Chattanooga, Kingsport, Tullahoma, throughout all the way up to Johnson City. So we do cover a big area, and just let us know if we can be any help to local contractors that come through these areas. We'll definitely send you some people. All
right, David. I appreciate all those good words, and we'll get this on the air, and I want to thank you again.
Thank you.
All right. All right, Mike. What are you thinking?
Well, this fishing line that they've got nowadays is getting, I don't know what you say, better, but they got so many different kinds of it now. We're used to, we'd go over there and they might be 4 or 5 different brand names and all different sizes and stuff, but nowadays they seem like there's 100 brand names. I've never seen so many different types of line over there. Everybody's making fishing line, and but they've changed a lot of it from the fluorocarbon and the braids and the fusion line where it's supposed to be half and half and everything, and you know, even they got the braided line now. It's fluorescent. When I've been here, and a lot of people's going to a braid because they say they can feel things a lot better because there ain't as much stretch in it. Which, then again, you get back to some of the guys that talked about using it on their flipping sticks, but then they broke their flipping sticks because there wasn't no give to it. You know, it jerks so hard that they break their rods and stuff. I know Bill, he uses braided line with a leader line on it.
Yeah, they do. They do that, and I'm like you. You know, heck, 20 years ago, when we bought that tough line for down there at Gunnersville, you know, it was okay.
Yeah.
But it was noisy when you casted it, and even when you were
it's a braid. Yeah.
popping that frog. But now the new braids are round. They're not flat like the tough line used to be. And then tough line's got a dang round braided line also. So yeah, I'm like you. There's 20 of the different manufacturers of the fishing line right now. But
I mean, you know, like Pro Bass has come out with one, Mr. Crappie's come out with one, and the Sun line, you know, you just keep naming names. That they've got them out there on the market. The whole wall's covered with them anymore. We're used to, you know, they had a small selection of brand names, and you just picked out what size you wanted. Stuff, but it's got unbelievable now into all the different type of lines that they got out.
right.
It just, you know, try them out, I guess, and see how you like them. If you don't, then, you know, I don't want to go out and buy a dang 2,000-yard spool or something and then figure out I don't like it.
No, I agree with that too. Yeah, that's a waste of good money, but I do agree with that. And you know, Bill and them's been fishing the braided line with the leader. I've been in the boat with him, or he's been in the boat with me, and he's been in the boat with you, and they catch just as many. Actually, it seems like to me, you get a little more distance on your cast.
Probably do.
You know, with it, and cause shucks, Bill can throw that thing 100 yards anyway, and so you know, I guess hard-headed. I've got 6-pound mono on my spinning rods, and I just don't take the time to tie any braid on there, you know. And but the braided line and then the fluorocarbon, like you said, is all new stuff, and they just keep refining it and making it better, and all this kind of stuff. I've tried the fluorocarbon, and it just had a whole lot of memory. Seemed like it just so I tried it. I took it off.
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
Yeah,
and you know, I've got a couple of spools of it there at the house, but I just whenever it comes to spooling up the reel, I leave it sitting on the shelf.
Well, I mean, you know, on a spinning reel, you got all them twists in it where you don't on a casting reel, but still yet when you pull your bait back there and maybe put it on the hanger on the bottom of your rod or something, then you get to the lake, and every time you throw it out there, you still got that kink in the line out there. It's because it's got memory.
Yeah.
It just won't straighten back out at all.
Yeah.
And some lines is like that. Some lines has got a lot more stretch than others, you know. And, stuff. So you got to figure in that on what you want to try to use. Sometimes stretch is good. And sometimes, you know, it ain't as good on the hook set, but sometimes when a fish turns and goes a different way, a little bit of stretch give you a little bit of ease on him pulling your drag or something and breaking your line if it don't give, you know.
Yeah.
And, especially when you're fishing with a small line like that.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you're throwing a bait on a spinning rod, especially one of the a little old jig or basically about anything you throw, sometimes you'll throw it out there and it just go just as straight and smooth as you could ask for, and then the next time you throw it, it'll make 25 or 50 circles before it ever hits the water.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Well, you know, what I usually do when my line on the spinning reel goes to twisting up with me, I cut the bait off. Next time whenever we go to swap places or something, I'll cut that bait off, drop that line out there beside the boat, and run out, just go on where we're going, and feed that line off and let it drag behind the boat for 300 or 400 yards.
Yeah.
You know, and wind it back in, and it's good as gold. I mean, that's about the best way I've found to take those twists off. If you know, when you're loading your spinning reel up at home, you're coming off the side of the spool with it on the direction that the reel's turning. And if you go to a bait store and they've got one of those line machines, it don't get twisted when you're putting it on your reel. It comes off that line machine and it's pretty dang straight.
Yeah, like casting
like
reel.
a bait caster, exactly right.
Yeah.
But the best way I found when I'm out fishing, if it gets kind of knotting up or twisting up on me, like I said, I'll cut the bait off, throw it out in the water, and drag it behind the boat 400 or 500 yards there, and wind it back in, and it's pretty good shape after that. And then if it gets to kinking up on me again, you know, the next trip or whatever, do the same thing again.
Yeah.
And because, you know, you'll throw like a peanut jig, you throw that thing out there before dark and you're watching it, and 2 or 3 casts, it's just like a bullet, and the next cast, that thing's spinning around like a top.
It will, and some baits, when you, even if you throw it out on a bait caster, if it's hooked crooked or something, like a worm or something, and it comes in, it's twisting, and it'll twist your line up.
Exactly right. You miss a fish, and that hook's wadded up on the plastic worm there, and like you said, you wind it in, it's just twisting, and so next thing you know, your bait caster's twisting up.
The drop rig that fish for the crappie, that's the reason I put a swivel at the top, because when you drop that thing down, that minnows, you twist it up.
Yeah.
Going to the bottom.
Yeah, exactly right. So you have to, you know, kind of adjust where you keep the kinks and twisters out of the line so you don't have any problems when you are fishing with it.
That's true. That's true.
Exactly right. And I've seen you, and I've done my bait casters the same way. You know, you're throwing a spinner bait or a jig out there, and
even crankbaiting it.
Even crankbait,
it messes up.
And going around in circles, and then so you have to take that dang bait and cut it off and drag that line behind the boat.
Straighten
her back out occasionally. Yeah, that's a fact. Because it'll just keep getting worse for some reason or another. I mean, it doesn't get any better. And then when you lay it down in loose slacking in the bottom of the boat, and it's all looks like a coil spring, you better need to drag it behind the boat.
One of the worst is a spin cast, with that closed face on it and stuff, and trying to fish, especially when you give it to these kids and stuff, and them trying to use it. And next thing you know, it's all knotted up for them. Especially when they go to winding, and they'll just keep it winding and the drag is slipping, but they'll wind it so much and you can't even get it to cast.
Yeah, I hear you. That's a fact. Seen it happen before, for sure. But yeah, the fishing line, Mike, you brought that up. It's definitely changed a lot in the last 20 years, and in the last 10 years, they just keep on inventing this stuff. When that braid first came out years ago, heck yeah, we thought, man, that's what we've needed. But then we got the black lights, and it wouldn't show up under a black light, so that wasn't no good.
No,
and,
it wasn't.
Like you said,
that's like that Ann 40, I think they come out with. It's supposed to be 40-pound test, but it was kind of a flat line. It was, I put it on a flipping stick, and I flipped for a whole year with that thing, and I never caught the first fish on that flipping stick, but I did my other one that I had the old 20-pound test on, and when I took it off of that and put back the 20 on there, I started catching fish, and I was thinking it might have been a rod or something, but I figured out it was that line. I mean, the fish could see it.
Right.
And I think that makes a difference.
I guarantee, I do too. Ain't no doubt about it.
That line,
yes, sir.
They had a guy in that magazine that time talking about how he was taking a black pen marker, and he'd go up about every 2 or 3 inches and put a little spot on it and go up, put a little more on it to break up the line there, and started catching fish on it in clear water.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot to that stuff, but now at nighttime you don't have to quite worry about that.
I hear you, Mike. That makes a difference. It surely does. All right. Folks, we're going to get off of here. Dylan, take us to Edgemoor Outdoors there and come back to us, will you? Okay. Hey folks, here at Edgemoor Outdoors, we're going to run inside and shoot some film. Don't forget Edgemoor Outdoors over here on Edgemoor Road. Hey folks, we're in here at Edgemoor Outdoors. Man, the place has been packed with people. The reason being because this is the best sporting goods store this side of the Mississippi River. So if you want to get in here and get you something, you better come by. See Jim and Vance and Jeannie here at Edgemoor Outdoors. They've got everything you might need to fish with, whether it be from a boat or from the bank or whatever. Rods, reels, the walls are lined with baits, tackle. Just great store. Jim's been a sponsor of the show for a long time, and we really appreciate him and his family. And but do get by here and visit with them at Edgemoor Outdoors. Live bait, just everything in the world. We'll just take a little quick stroll down through here. Jim said he was tired of seeing Vance on the TV every Thursday night, so he wanted me to get somebody besides him. I'll take that back. He didn't say that, but I thought about it. All right, Vance, what kind of special you got for us today?
Got all kinds of specials in here today.
Got all kinds of specials today. Anything in particular? Got a good sale on reels, rods?
We got some, we've been selling a bunch of these Corrados and Shimano SLX reels with the digital chips in them here lately.
Mm-hmm.
We got them in right and left. And
okay.
We got a few of them right now, but it's a good reel. One of them's $189.99 and the other one's $249.99.
That's guaranteed not to backlash, is that right?
Well, you need to set the reel correctly, but when you set the reel right, it is really hard to backlash them. It works really well. We tested them when they come out to make sure that everything worked good. We got them
Okay.
And they've been going good for us here.
Good deal, Vance. And that price on that's what?
There's one of them is $189.99 and the other one's $249.99.
All right. All right, Vance, we appreciate it. Folks, do get by here and visit Edgemoor Outdoors. Can't go wrong. I think you'll be well satisfied once you come in the door. Just a minute. Now, Vance, what's this other reel you got here?
We've also got the new Shimano Metanium MGLs. They didn't have them in right hand. We got some left hands right now. We got the rights coming in. They're
Okay.
$419.99. It's the price on those.
I'm assuming that's a good price from what I've been hearing that these things run.
This is one of the top of the line reels that Shimano makes here, and it's got their new Core Solid technology, and it's all one piece.
I'm glad you let me get Wesley in the truck before you drug that out. If you want one. I appreciate you, Vance. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you,
we'll
man.
see y'all Thursday night. All right, folks, we're back. Do remember our sponsors and Edgemoor Outdoors there, Reynolds and Tim's and IUOE and just Givens Creations, Pamela Ann's Fudge and Candies. We appreciate every one of them. You know, hopefully we can get on the water this weekend, find out a few things. Mike and see if we can get some fishing film and do a little better job of showing them what baits we're throwing. You know, Mike's throwing a purple and green pumpkin mix in the skirt with a green pumpkin trailer. I was throwing black and copper with a black trailer and black and gold with a black trailer. And pretty much that was the baits that I stuck with. It was a dark night, both nights, Friday night and Saturday night, and the darker the night,
That's right.
I mean, that's just what we found over the years there on North Lake, and then we used to fish a lot at night on Watts Bar, same way. And don't ask me why. I've told you before, if you said here's 6 baits and you only have one color, what would it be? It'd be black.
That's for sure.
Yeah, topwater, jig, a spinnerbait, a worm, whatever you wanted, that'd be the color. And and it works about everywhere you go.
Yes, sir. Everybody be safe and be courteous. Try to think about the other fellow.
Yeah. All righty, we're going to get going. God bless you all. We'll see you next week. Hopefully we'll get to have some more fishing film and something else more, a little better to talk about, Mike.
That's right.
All right.
Country Fresh Foods. You may not know the name, but you definitely know the taste. Our homemade fudge is shipped all over the country. Its quality is unmatched, and it's made right here in Oliver Springs. But you don't have to travel all over to enjoy it. You can get it right here at our retail store, Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts. The highest quality fudge in a countless variety of flavors. And we also carry a variety of candy and unique gifts for you to enjoy. Come enjoy the taste you have loved for years at Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts in Oliver Springs, a division of Country Fresh Foods.
Let's go fishing. You know it's really great. Let's go fishing. In the rivers and on the lakes. Let's go fishing. It's easy when you try. Floating on the water with good old Steve and Mike. Floating on the water with good old Steve and Mike.
W266 AM, 99.5 FM, W25D6 Clinton, WQLA AM, 95.9 FM, W240DT La Follette.
Executive order signed